welcome to my YouTube video. Today I am with Miss Coleman's class. Can y'all say hey? Hey! Today we are going to be making a paper sculpture of a crayon. Every kid in my class got a roll, a paper roll. You can also get whatever color paper you want. We have a 12 by 18 piece of paper. What I like to show my kids is this roll fits really good on their paper roll, this paper and this paper roll. Now, what I like to do first, before we get the glue, is we're gonna just put the paper around the roll and we're gonna sort of make the paper get a little bit curly and roll it really good like you're rolling dough. We're trying to make the paper think it's already glued and curled, because when we actually go in with the glue, it'll actually be a lot easier. So we're just sort of curling the paper, sort of like you're rolling dough or you're curling your hair. We're sort of just making the paper get used to being curled. Once you do that for a few seconds, I like to really push down with my hands onto the table, like I'm pushing down pretty good, because I really want that paper to get curled. Once you do that, you will notice that the very ends of your paper are slightly up, like these. I can stick my hand right underneath it. It's slightly curled a little bit. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it does help. Now, once you do that, I usually tell my kids a dot does a lot. With this project, we almost have to paint the glue on with our hands, which is not a big deal. What I'm gonna do is at the very edge of the slightly curled paper, I'm gonna take my glue and I'm gonna put a very thin line of glue. And then what I'm going to do, some of you are gonna be like, oh, I have to touch the glue. Yeah, you gotta touch it. We're going to take our finger, sort of paint the glue on. And I don't like glue on my finger, so what I do is I then just take the rest of the glue and just sort of clean my finger off. So go ahead and do that. Once you've done that, we're gonna put the roll right on top of that glue. And I like to push the roll into it. I'm going to pick up that red that I have, and then I'm going to very carefully, holding that red with my thumbs, I'm just gonna drag this red piece of paper all the way to the very end. And if you're like, Miss Irvin, this seems like a lot of paper. Well, it's to make sure that nothing goes bad. And if you do mess up, we can always cut a little piece of the paper off, since I gave you so much paper to use. So once you have that, we're gonna put a line of glue right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna take my finger and sort of paint it with my finger, wipe off the rest because I don't want glue boogers on my fingers. And I'm just gonna continue that roll. And then I'm gonna hold this down for a good, I would say 30 seconds. Now, if you're like, Miss Irvin, after 30 seconds, can I stop holding this? Yeah. If you're like, Miss Irvin, it does not stay glued, you might need to push down a little bit harder. You might need to put a tiny bit more glue, or you might just need to just give it a little bit more time. Because glue is wet, it might need a little bit of extra time. Alrighty, so our class has already went ahead and they got their roll colored with the colored paper. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be focusing on doing our name and these wiggly lines that you would typically see with a Crayola crayon. So on a piece of black paper, doesn't matter which size, it just depends on how big your roll is. We like to just start off by very lightly drawing out an oval. It does not have to be perfect. We are gonna be cutting these out. So I'm doing mine pretty sketchy. That means it has lots of lines going around it. Now you can write your name normal. So my last name is Irvin. I'm just gonna write it normal, E-R-V-I-N. Now that's good and all, but I feel like we can add a little bit more details. I like to make bubble letters. The way that I learn how to make bubble letters is I'm gonna pretend I'm an ant crawling around a log. I'm not gonna be on the log, I'm just gonna be around it. So with my crayon, I'm gonna go trace the letter around, and I'm not touching the words that I wrote. So I'm just going around them. So like that's my letter E. And then I'm gonna fill that in with my white crayon. You can't even see what I first started off with. You just see that it is a bubble letter E. Now, if you have a letter like, let's say my name is Ace. Have letter A, C, and an E. Some of these have little spaces in some of the letters. The way you do that is basically the same. You just go right around it, not touching your letters. But then once you get inside, you're gonna make like a little donut hole. So I'm just gonna trace that letter A. Oh, it's almost like a Dorito chip, isn't it? You're then gonna fill in your letter, and then you have a perfect bubble letter. Now, if your class wants to have choices, you guys can do block letters, make it really blocky. You guys can make bumpy letters, like here's letter E that has like lots of little bumps, almost like a cloud. Do a little bump shape inside of it. You can do whatever letters you like, as long as you don't touch your letter, and when you're done going around it, you fill it in with that white crayon. And then I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna show you some of my kids drawing out their names. So once you got your name, you're gonna cut it out, add some glue, and do the exact same technique. We like to roll it out. It's gonna make it real curved to the crayon. It also just helps it to attach really well with that glue. You might need to do this for about 30 seconds, maybe more. If some glue comes out, that's not a big deal. Glue dries clear. Once you have this part, we're gonna focus on the wiggly black lines. What's really cool about this is it's just two rectangles, and you cut the rectangles in the middle with a wavy line. So if you have leftover black paper, great. If you don't, you might need to get some more later. You're gonna cut out two long strips of black. They can be as skinny or as thick as you want. Mine are about an inch thick. I just got two black lines. They're not very thick for me, but they might be thicker or skinnier for you. To make them wavy, you literally just cut in the middle as a wave, and it's going to give the illusion that you left a little bit on your crayon. So I have two lines, and if I lay it like this, you'll see the illusion that it's almost like we took a gray from the table and just painted a line down it. You're then gonna use the exact same gluing techniques that we used before. We're just gonna add a little bit of glue to the strip, and then I'm just gonna take my finger, sort of paint it on there. And I don't like having glue on my finger, so then I have this other strip of paper. I can just sort of wipe it to clean it off. You're gonna take the strip, you're going to wrap it around your crayon, and you can roll it around with your hand like this. Now, if you're like me, I have a lot left over. You can cut it if you want, but if you want to be lazy, you also could just leave it and just keep rolling it around. Once you do that, you're gonna glue the next one right beside it. You'll move to the top, and then you'll do the other two right here. So I'm gonna skip forward in this video and show you what that looks like.
So the last part is making the top of the crayon. This is a template that I have made, and I am using a scrap piece of green paper for my green crayon. You're going to take your little stencil template. It has a curved top, very similar to a trapezoid kind of shape. Once you have traced using that template, you're going to cut out the color that you need for your crayon. You should have a shape that looks like this, almost like a skirt. Then you're going to throw away any trash that you may have. And instead of using glue, we're actually going to attach it with tape, just so that way it's easier to assemble. You're going to roll the top part of the crayon, that paper. You might need to stick your finger in the top, just so that way you can fluff up and smooth out any edges. Put a piece of tape on that edge, fluff it up some more in case you have some folds. This flat top will be very similar to a Crayola crayon. You will then stick this part into the crayon you've been working on. You might want to tug it in and out just to get it right where you want it. And this is what your crayon should look like at the very end. If you would like to use tape, Your teacher will have some ready to go. Hope you enjoy.